Now to say, oh, north, south, I am contributing this tax, how much did you give back? So I think out of dignity, you didn't ask me that question, but I want to venture into that also. Tomorrow, if suddenly Nitish Kumarji wakes up and says, oh, I've given lot of labor to your state. Can you give 5,000 rupees for each guy as a labor cost arbitrage back to my state? I want to grow. What is the argument you will have? Because at certain point of time in a country's growth history, some states have subsidized the other state. It's a fact. So brothers and sisters, very complex argument. Again, no answer, as usual.
So Tamil Nadu as a state has contributed in a large scale to nation building, but yet the state is at times seen as an outlier to national politics. What according to you is the strength of Tamil Nadu? Why do you think this perception exists in the first place, and how do you think the center and state should work effectively to foster development?
It's a very important question and a very deep question. And if you look at the history of freedom fighting, pre-1947, let us go 200 years back here. Let us not only focus on 1920, 1930 and 1885 when one of the political party got founded. If you go 200 years back, 250 years back, the fight in the Vellore fort, if you go there, the Pulitevan, the Veerapandiya Kattabomman, Veeranachiyar, if you go very deep, very behind, fighting against East India Company, resisting, not giving taxation, maybe the later end of Mughals, then probably when the British crown came inside fighting with them, I don't think any other state can compete with Tamil Nadu in those times when the resistance was the fiercest here. Very fierce. Very fierce. Yesterday I was in Shankaran Kovil. Shankaran Kovil alone Shankaran Kovil, Pulitevan. I'm talking of many centuries, 100 years before, multiple 100 years before. Shankaran Kovil alone had Venni Kaladi. Shankaran Kovil alone had Vanchinathan, probably the next assembly constituency, but in Tenkasi district. I was surprised that one constituency having 4 or 5 people who resisted British imperialism or the East India Company fought with them. So since this yatra is giving me that very good insight, traveling to a rural area, trying to find the icons of that space. But unfortunately, if you look at 2024 now, and there is this growing perception that Tamil Nadu is a state, probably along with now Kerala, now Karnataka is also the disease is spreading a bit. Now to say, oh, north, south, I am contributing this tax, how much did you give back? So I think out of dignity, you didn't ask me that question, but I want to venture into that also. And I gave 100 rupees. How are you giving me back? Please tell me. Can I take a little bit time to answer this question? Okay. Because you should not get bored. That evening movie is waiting for you. And no, okay. So for me, sir, I studied IIT before I came. I studied IIT model because I couldn't get into IIT. I asked people, what is it? What time is movie and everything. And sir, now we are getting into a very dangerous argument, probably in the run-up to the 2024 Parliament elections of South, North, and taxation, contribution, how much did you give me back? And where is this argument going to go after 2024? Now, this election, I'm not talking politics for sure because it's a student group, but this 2024 election is a battle of certain political parties who fear they're going to get eradicated after 2024 because their model of politics is not going to work anymore. And other political parties who believe, oh, we are in the upswing, let us consolidate. That is the fight that is happening now, 2024 and up. Now the argument has come back, the main argument. You see chief ministers going to Delhi and protesting. Chief Minister of Kerala, Chief Minister of Karnataka, the constitutional head of a state going to the national capital, sitting in Jantar Mantar, protesting to say, give me my tax, give me my right, where is my money? Okay, now, as a country, independence 1947. Tamil Nadu, lot of industries. Southern part, lot of industries. Why lot of industries came to Tamil Nadu at that point of time? Because Nehruji felt, if the industries are up north, probably within the missile range of Pakistan and China, it will hit. So some of the industries, the critical industries of DRDO were consciously shifted south, Hyderabad and Bangalore and Chennai. Because we don't want to get into the missile reach capability of the neighboring countries. We wanted to save those critical infra because you had two enemies on two sides of the border. That many industries were pushed in South, encouraged, start. Then probably my Tamil friends, my Tamil ancestors asked them, sir, but the coal is in Bihar, the coal is in Jharkhand, but my industry, thermal power plant is here. If I take a coal from Bihar, put it in a train, bring it to Tamil Nadu, it is so costly for me. But if an industry near Madhya Pradesh, right next to it, but he will get coal at, because coal decides the price of the energy. But he will be cheaper. How will I survive in the competitive environment? The Nehruji said, don't worry, we'll have something called a freight equalization policy. Because I have to get into that for you to give you a context of how stupid the current argument is. Nehruji said, don't worry, we'll get into a freight equalization policy. Tamil Nadu, you pick up coal. Madhya Pradesh, they pick up coal. We'll make sure both of you, the freight charge is same. Now, Bihar politics, they say, because of this freight equalization policy of giving away our precious resources, we have lost 1 lakh crore. Now, tomorrow, if my Bihar friends come here and say, what are you talking about North and South taxation? Give me my 1 lakh crore back in the freight equalization policy. I gave coal cheaper to you for you to grow. Do you have an argument? Do you have an argument in 2047, 2024 to say, oh, I got coal cheaper because you gave it to me? Because in the freight equalization policy, the coal landing cost has to be same for a Madhya Pradesh industry, it has to be same for a Tamil Nadu industry, because the competitive advantage is not based on the freight price, but based on the other factors of production. From there, we are sitting now talking about North and South. And you know, in Tamil Nadu, the official employment index, we say 25 lakh migrants, meaning brothers and sisters not belonging to Tamil Nadu or working inside Tamil Nadu now. Especially Tirupur, industrial towns, everywhere they are working. But this, you know, this number is definitely less, it is definitely more than that, could be 35 lakh or 50 lakh, because many people are not accounted, they just come seasonally and go back. Tomorrow, if suddenly Nitish Kumarji wakes up and says, oh, I've given lot of labor to your state, can you give 5,000 rupees for each guy as a labor cost arbitrage back to my state? I want to grow. What is the argument you will have? So this argument is so nonsensical that a country has to grow together. That's the only way, that's the only answer. You all have to grow together. There is a competitive advantage in the south, competitive advantage in the north. But I have a problem when people get branded and labeled as inefficient, as this, as that, as this. There I have a severe problem. I'm very, very vociferous on that. Because at certain point of time in a country's growth history, some states have subsidized the other state, it's a fact. And certain time of growth in the country's history, some states have to pull up other state, it's a fact. Now, how do we divide the money? Madam Indira Gandhi had this problem. I put tax, you put tax. Direct tax, no problem. You pay, and recently the finance minister was giving a data, Tamil Nadu contributed this much, it got back this much. So direct taxation, Tamil Nadu got more than what it paid. I really don't want to get into this argument, but still I'm just putting out a data reference point for you. Now when the indirect tax goes to a common pool, GST is an indirect taxation, all it goes to a common pool, Government of India has to give it back to each state. What is the current formula? 42%. 42% is the current formula. The 15th Finance Commission, for anybody who follows politics and economics, the 15th Finance Commission, which is still 2026, it said 42% of the money in the common pool will go back to state. 58% the center has to manage roads, ports, pay the army, buy fighter planes, everything you do. Now Tamil Nadu, Bihar, UP, Kerala, they said, okay, how will you divide that 42% for me? Is it equally you will divide? Indira Gandhi had this problem in 1969. She got this Gadgil formula. She said, okay, let us put a formula. And this formula will decide in the Finance Commission the divisible pool for each state. 42% will come totally to the state. Some state might get higher, some state might get lower. But how will each state get? What is that formula? In the Gadgil formula, in 1969, the population was given 60%. 40% for the other things. So population of a state more, they will get more. 60% population, 40% other factors. 1991, the population factor was still about 50%. Population will decide half of the money you get, rest of the factors half. 15th Finance Commission, the formula, the population is 15%. So we started with population as an index of 60%, and now population is 50%, 15, 1-5. What about the other 85? We have something called a income distance. Average income, income of that state, what is the gap? 45%. 15% good governance, proper taxation, 15% geography of that state, green cover you build. So this is a formula we all have agreed together. Finance Commission, now we have put the 16th Finance Commission. Aravind Panagriya has taken over as the chairman of the 16th Finance Commission. He is expected to give a report in the next 1 year. Some of the intelligent brains, professors and students, you'll be contributing to that report. Now it's a formula-based index. 60% population index given weightage, now it is 15% formula percentage given to population now. As a country, we have to agree to a common standard. That 42% central which has to give to the state, it comes in this formula. Now, some states complain, no, I'm getting less than the other state. Why should other state grow at my expense? I will do protest in Jantar Mantar. Do you think it's a right approach? Then what if the North Indian states say, no, you are growing with my labor. I will not accept it. For every labor that is coming to your state, 5,000 rupee, please remit to my account as cost arbitrage. I want to give it back to the labor's family. Will southern states accept? So, brothers and sisters, very complex argument. Again, no answer, as usual. But my job sitting here is to give insights. I've come here to give insights. A politician who can never have an answer. By now you must have understood in Indian politics. You just give insights and lead the people towards a discussion and a solution. Because I sit here and I can't give a solution because I am not a person to give solution because I am not equipped to give a solution. So we are all discussing, debating. This happened in 69, Gadgil formula, revised Gadgil formula came. Now it is the Niti Aayog formula in 2016 Finance Commission it came. Now we are looking at something different. So I want you to have this thing in mind. Okay, it's so complex, yeah. Let us get into politics to solve it. So I'm trying to motivate all of you to solve all of this complex problem, mathematics, economics and everything by getting into politics.